gaming, tech, whatever random anything else we can come up with. That's what we're here for. This is Not So Serious Gaming. I'm Seriously Shadows. Let's get this podcast going. Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode, preliminary pilot if you will, of Not So Serious Gaming. Today, after thinking it over quite a bit, I decided to switch some things up a little bit. Instead of going through a full, not mock episode, it would have been an actual episode, but a full set up, segmented out, whatever episode. This is going to be more of me telling you about who I am, what I'm doing here, and what else I do. Pretty much what got me prompted to do this specifically. So, I mean, it should be obvious as many times as I have to bring it up. I'm Seriously Shadows. That was in the intro. It was all over everywhere. You had to know the name if you got here. Unless you found it in the search, then welcome and become a fan. I'll love you forever. Anyway, been a gamer in my personal life all my life, and just started the content creation thing more recently. I've been like a huge lurker because I have terrible stage fright, and it's held me back for so long. And just recently, I started trying to get more into the content that I'm making. And this came along because of all of that. I currently am making videos on YouTube. Mostly gaming videos, but also story times for now, just to give kind of a mix up, even though some of those story times are gaming involved. Some of them, not the story times themselves, but some of the topics I want to talk about on there will make it on this show depending on what they are. Mostly right now, though, I've been doing the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia videos because I've been trying to find my place with other games. I do have Persona 5 Royal and I have Persona 5 Royal video planned. I may have Final Fantasy VII Remake video planned, and then there is more recent or upcoming things that I might try to tackle while I'm at it. But there were actually videos for specifically Persona 5 Royal and Final Fantasy VII Remake that I did not end up doing. They're actually going to be a part of the show. They were going to be a part of this show specifically, but I decided to switch it to, talk to you guys first so you guys can get to know me a little bit, know what you're getting into. My phone was not on vibrate there. And you know what? I'm going to be worse, and I'm going to leave that in there. Sorry, guys. It's not going to get edited out because I'm on a roll right now, and I ain't trying to stop. Anyway, other than YouTube, which obviously sub there, watch those videos because I'm trying to gauge if they're great, because I would just call my shot here and say they're great, but I mean, I'm lacking. I already know. I'm trying to come up with some new stuff. But tell me what you like and tell me what you don't like, and help me cater to the content you guys want to see. Like, duh. Anyway, besides YouTube, I'm also on Twitch. I've been neglecting my Twitch schedule, but that ends this week, actually. I will be following my schedule on point from this point out. Starting this Monday after this episode posts, with Genshin Impact. which should be interesting, something new and different to try on day one. Well, why not? And that obviously is at Twitch TV/Seriously Shadows. If you didn't know, it's going to be in the description here. My YouTube will also be in the description, but it's all under the same name, so it shouldn't be hard to find. Other than Twitch, well, with my Twitch, I do play random games. So, like I mentioned, Genshin Impact, with that coming out for the first time, I play completely random games. It used to be like 24/7 Realm Royale, but then we know where that's going. It's a dying game. It's on life support right now, and it'd be fun to see it come off life support and get the support that it needs again. Sure, it was a decent, more casual battle royale, and that's actually what got me to play it, because it was something that I liked playing with people, and it wasn't like to jump in and be super competitive. It was like, oh, we've got 2, 3, 4 of us. Let's just hop in this game, play a couple rounds, and goof off, right? Right. Other than that, I tried playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake on hard mode, and did I take that down or did I just leave it? I ended up taking off YouTube. I know that for sure. But I don't think I'm going to throw streams on YouTube anymore anyway. I might do streams specifically for YouTube at one point in time. But for now, I'm staying away from... Like, this is going to be the longest... Or these are going to be the longest videos, plural, that I'm going to have on my YouTube channel. Just because as a podcast, I feel like YouTube's not a bad place for it. Streams are a little different because once you've already missed that point of being able to interact, it's not the same experience. It's not as fun. So I do get that at least. Did I put it on vibrator silent? See, look, now I'm messing with you guys. Anyway, moving on again. What else? That was Twitch. I already talked about YouTube. After this, okay. Talk a little bit about this specifically before I go on to the last one. This podcast is going to be hosted in a myriad of different places. So I will let you know where you can catch it for sure. And you can listen on your platform of choice. That's what's going to be the nice thing about it. If you are listening on YouTube, there's not many differences. Later on, there might be video. I might actually throw up the face cam, and the other hosts will probably have to also. It's something that this podcast doesn't always have to be done in the studio. Speaking of hosts, I do have a co-host that will be here hopefully sooner rather than later. It'll be great. I'm going to keep it under wraps because surprises are fun, and I'll know if you're a day one listener, if when the time comes, you're like, oh my God, big old surprise. But I also plan on having plenty of guest hosts. I already have my buddies over at my other podcast, For Too Many. And if you need help looking it up, if you need help looking it up, I'll say my line. And the reason I call it my line is because it's how I pretty much have to end the show now. I've been roped into it because everyone loves it. But if you need help getting there, it's For Too Many, the word for, the number 2, the word many. And if you're already a listener of that show, you know exactly what I meant when I said that. And you've heard me say it at the end of episodes if you listen all the way through to the end of those episodes. Okay, before I get sad, let's keep going. I will also put all of our For Too Many stuffs, all the links and goodness in the descriptions of either the YouTube video or the podcast player website, wherever you're listening at. I don't know exactly where all this is going to be yet. So, because, it's a process, right? Anyway. But yeah, the guys over at For Too Many, we've already had talks of them being on the show from time to time, and I'm totally down with that. I'll also be taking other guest hosts, anybody in the gaming, also in the content creation that I know that I have a good rapport with that can be on the show. Also, in the near future, I want to have a little bit more fan interaction, right? I want to be able to sit around and talk with some fans at times. We're going to find a way to get some of you guys on the show and shoot the breeze. No problems, right? Right. It should give, the randomness of all the topics a little bit more variety, because I know for today's little mini, do I really call it a mini episode? I'm going to talk for the entire time of an actual episode. So should I call it a mini episode? Anyway, for today's episode, it's cool that you're just sitting here listening to me talk to myself. Well, I'm talking to you, but I'm the only one here and I'm the only one talking. So it's a little different than the norm. There may be episodes where I'm doing a full-on episode all by myself. That happens. Why not? It's not like I'm scared to do it anymore. So, we got this. Anyway, I'm just really excited to have other people on the show, though, because getting everybody's different opinions is always really fun. For Too Many is actually what got me all the way motivated to do this project. Being able to be open on there with the guys has helped a lot. We went from being all nervous and trying to figure things out to now we're just having fun and all the topics go off the rails. So if you enjoy drinking, you're definitely gonna enjoy that. And if you enjoy gaming and other random BS, because I can't tie anything down apparently, you're going to like it over here. It's all good. And the last little project I wanted to talk about is an upcoming music project that I'm working on. I've been trying to keep a name to it. Right now, tentatively, I'm calling it the Real Shadows Project. That would be whatever. What do you call that now? Is it a stage name? Is it a artist name, alias thing? I don't know. That's what I have right now. That could change, obviously, over time. Who knows? But it should be fun. I'm trying to mess around in the realm of electronic music, also metal, and possibly, rap/trap beats are already a thing. I don't know if I want to get singers to use some of this stuff. That might be my major goal, is to have some legit songs out there. So when I have that project going, any fan that sings might want to hit me up. Maybe we can work something out. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going off the rails on something that's not even here yet. So let's roll back just slightly, go over a little bit more of this not so serious gaming as a whole concept thing. Why not? To be honest, why I'm doing this, why we're here right now, why hopefully you're still listening by this point. I wanted to do something apart from my videos on YouTube to get my ideas across in a less, I'll say a less scripted way, because most of my videos aren't scripted, and Even the ones planned, a lot of them are half scripted. I just use notes, whatever. This right here is not scripted at all. It's not. I don't plan on it being scripted. So, when I have a topic that I really want to talk about right then and there, I'm gonna save it for the show, and bing bang boom, we're gonna talk about it. Major thing, like with the 2 videos that I scrapped to put them in this project, which I think that's going to be the future episode 3. It's either going to be the future episode 3 or the future episode 4. It's the episode that I decided to replace this with, but I had 3 episodes planned before I decided to just talk to you guys. But the whole premise, the whole thing of the videos I scrapped to add to this project, was a real late, like, kind of discussion on the re-release model that Persona uses, and with a big focus on Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. It's something that really amazes me in 2020 and beyond, where everyone is still in that whole DLC is the way to go mindset. And then you have a company that said, no, we can stick to our guns and do re-releases still. I don't know which way would net you more money. Honestly, if you're in that success bracket like Persona is, I feel like you can get away with re-releases and major fans would buy it no problem. And then your new audience could start with Royal and be just fine. Like, you could grab their attention with that still, just like you grabbed your original fans with the first one. It's not so bad. But I don't want to talk about the whole topic now. Just a little overview, like trying to explain why I scrapped it as a video in order to throw it as a topic on here, because it seems like something really I could just sit here and have a discussion about. If I'm by myself, if I have somebody with me that maybe knows a little bit about it or just has something to chime in with me on it, I think it would be a lot nicer to do that here on this platform than to have sat down and brainstormed. I don't like that as past tense, but I'm still going to use it anyway. A whole video on it when it's more of a discussion. Same thing with what I wanted to talk about for 7 Remake, especially with how late I am on the uptake for making video on FF7R. I didn't want to just tackle it at what the game did right, what the game did wrong, blah, 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 blah. I just want to talk about how successful it is as a remake or possible sequel that we know about it now. There's a lot of factors that go into play. I just wanted to talk about its successfulness as a remake. Nothing too crazy. Something that I also thought was more of a discussion and not something that I needed to sit down and brainstorm about for hours just to come up with the random things that are in my head already anyway. Just more structured, I guess. But I think with that being said, we'll have a lot of fun here, especially with like the gaming topics I have set up here already. There's going to be some tech topics coming up soon too. I think our next episode, because of how close we are cutting it, is going to be about this next gen console war. I mean, I'm not a heavy console player myself because of my PC. I like what I have with my PC. I just like that I was able to get my parts and put it together myself and say I made this. It's one of those things, not I'm superior because I'm part of the PC Master Race. It's not one of those. No, it's just it's something that I'm proud of, and there's certain aspects of it that make it more appealing to me than console gaming. Though I have the whole current generation in my living room right now, so it's not like I don't play or don't have consoles and I'm just going to be talking out of my butt. I have the whole current gen. I'm probably still going to own the whole next gen. I'm already planning on securing my Xbox, and then after that, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the PlayStation, and not what everybody on social media are putting up these memes on how they secured their PlayStations. Because no, I'm good. I mean, if somebody wanted to buy me one with literally no obligation to them whatsoever, as just a total 100% gift, then I would not turn you down, and I will send you my address right now. But other than that, no. So I think the next episode will be a fun one, getting to talk about the news up to this point, with what's going on with both the Xbox Series, blah and blah. I hate the names. I hate that the last one was one S and one X, and now these ones are Series S and Series X, and the confusion behind that. But we'll talk about that next week. And the PlayStation 5. Yeah, so that'll be a fun one, and I don't think I'll be alone for that one. I'm pretty sure we might have something worked out. It'll be awesome. Just trust me on this one. Trust me on this one. It'll be awesome. Also on the schedule for that, I want to make sure I get it done for my birthday. Woo! Happy October to be. So that following week, we're gonna go back and talk about old school games. I grew up on the Super Nintendo. That was my first console that I got to partake in. That's where I first put a controller in my hand. Well, my mother first put a controller in my hand because which I didn't get it all set up myself at 2 years old. So we're gonna talk about a little bit of my gaming origin, which should be really fun, and then up through the years, all the consoles I've had, some of the games that I've played back in the day, some of the games that I've gone back and played through that dirty word emulator, or through nice services like the Switch's Nintendo and Super Nintendo service, or what was another service I had that had old games on it? I want to say it's another Nintendo one, because I feel like they're the ones that throw old games in their stuff. Which I'm hoping that the other two companies rectify this in these newer consoles. I would love to see some old nostalgic classics. I can speak, I swear to God. Some old nostalgic classics come up that no one would expect from PS1 era and the original Xbox era that didn't make backwards compatibility before. So that's going to be some stuff. Like, there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about. And the more I'm talking about what I want to talk about in these overviews, I don't think the rest of my episodes, like, this is probably going to be the only episode that hits my time constraints. I might have to extend how long the show is now that I'm thinking about it for real. We'll see what happens, because I mean, I was hitting a target of 30 to 45 minutes, and today we're getting right in between there. Next week, I don't think that's gonna happen. Nah. So we might see a bump up to an hour. Uh, any longer than that? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We'll just have to see what happens. Um, I don't really want it to be longer than that. I don't want you guys to be bored listening to me all day long. I know it can get that way. I can be boring at times and monotone, but I guess I'm not showing that now, am I? Good. Anyway, let's. What else? So I talked about what's upcoming with this project. Um, so for sure, you're going to want to catch me on YouTube. If you want updates on when these episodes come out, well, so first I'll tell you, episodes of Not So Serious Gaming are going to pop up every Friday. Friday morning? Do I want to call it Friday morning? Let's call it Friday morning. 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'm in Eastern time, so 8 o'clock Eastern time. Which would be extra early for some people over around the world. It'd also be the following day, so that Saturday for some people around the world, I think. I don't even know. Time zones are crazy. But if you don't keep that little schedule stuck in your head, you will always be able to get updates on when I post these on my Facebook, which is also Seriously Shadows. The link will be down in the description. My Twitter, which I will start using more if more people use it. I don't know. Maybe I just don't post enough, or I'm not twittering right. That's a possibility too. We'll see. And shortly after this project is fully launched and ready to go, my Discord server will be fully operational, ready to go. I want to have my invite link to the Discord in the description. I'm still trying to figure out how a lot of it works. It's been fun setting it up, but I really want to get it moving because I really want to be able to chat with like-minded individuals that are actually around here watching my stuff. It blows my mind to think that somebody popping into my Discord popped in there because they were watching my stuff. So definitely want to keep an eye out for that in those description boxes of these episodes, both on YouTube and wherever else you see it pop up at. I also want to give another shout out to my boys over at For Too Many. They're actually going to be doing a YouTube video with me soon, which that's going to be fun. That's another story time. That's going to be a real fun one. And I'm going to try to get at least one at a time, if not all of them on this show from time to time, just cause, why not? And a short explanation, because I brought up that if you like drinking, you'll like them. The podcast itself, the premise of it is the random things that we can talk about while we sit around and drink, because we're just four average guys trying to find their spot in this world, and alcohol helps. Yeah. So check that out for sure, because you can hear kind of the comedy level to expect. I guess technically I'm toned back a little bit as compared to the other show. I am censoring myself a little bit more, trying not to get flagged as explicit before I need to be. And I might change that and stop censoring myself as much and just be explicit and say screw it. Just check all the boxes and no kids in here. I mean, the whole thing on my channel, like all my channels, it's not for kids. This is for adults and young adults that are into games and are mature about their gaming. So why would I, try to change that for this? I'm not really. Just trying to get this out there to more people, More people see it, the better we do, the more fans can come in, interact in Discord, the more stuff I can come up with to do for you guys. Like, I have plans out the, should I say it? Nah, screw it. Of things to do with you guys. I have so many things that I want to do on this show, and I kind of take my ideas and um feed them across both podcasts, which is cool. So like we could see something pop up like uh uh AMAs for too many. Well, I'll probably also do them here. Like I'll one of the podcasts will be used to test it out for the first time, and then when it goes well, the other one will get it also. Like I like having that platform to where okay, each show is like almost like a testing ground for the other show. Anything new that we try on either show that works out, we could totally run on the opposite show, and it's fun to be able to evolve through collaboration. That's also why I have almost an open door policy when it comes to guest hosts, and events in general. Actually, I just like this whole content creation journey was just something to do, to have fun with, to be able to give something to you guys out there that are at home or at work, on your commute, wherever you are, that you actually enjoy consuming. Like, why not? Who wouldn't want to do that? So I will apologize that this episode may not be uh, on par with the theme of everything else, but I think it was totally a good idea for me to get the chance to kind of sit here and explain what I'm doing here for you guys, and why you should definitely listen. Come back next week and keep listening. So I'm gonna eh, advertise kind of hard, probably not too hard for this first one, just to get everything out there, and then really push this episode and the next one when the next one comes on Friday. So got stuff to look forward to. Eh, a whole lot of stuff going on, a whole lot of stuff in the future, just to get you guys coming back for more. So, on this note, I am going to cut it here. Let me know what you think about everything as a whole, about this project. If you're going to come back and listen, if there's any certain gaming topics, or any topic really, any questions that you have, any games that you want to see get a spotlight on the show for one episode, let me know in the comments, or on Facebook and Twitter. I guess not so much, but still yes. I mean, if people show up and people start interacting, then maybe I'll pay more attention to Twitter and we'll all have a good time. And not Discord yet, because Discord's not here yet. Everything is all at Seriously Shadows for now. It may change in the future. I do have a page for this whole media empire company thing, whatever the heck I want to call it, with all these podcasts, all this YouTube stuff, everything that I'm helping to manage. I have a name for it: Seriously Excellent Media, spelled the same way as Seriously Shadows. And things might move over to there. possibly a new YouTube channel to keep things, my Serious Shadow things, separate from the show. Another Facebook page that's pretty much a central hub for all the podcast projects, all the YouTube projects, all the everything projects. So things might end up there. They might not. They might stay here. But in the meantime, definitely have a good rest of your day, and we will catch you. Serious Shadows, signing out. Peace.